Hello, creative humans! This week is Masterpiece Remix Week. So I'm going to show you 3 methods to create a masterpiece and add your own unique little flair. So I'm going to show you 3 methods. The first one is to simply create, with traditional art materials, recreate a masterpiece in a modern or parody style. So you can choose any artist that is famous and produced a famous work. So as cool as your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother is, don't choose her work, choose something that's recognizable. It can be someone as famous as Picasso or Renoir or Degas, or you can choose someone a little more nationally recognized like Norman Rockwell. In fact, that's one of the examples I'm going to share with you. So for my first example, I have my man Alphonse Mucha. Alphonse Mucha is my most favorite famous artist. I love his Art Nouveau style. I like how he depicts women. It's very delicate and beautiful. So if you're going to choose this first method, you're just choosing a work of art. And then what I did, originally this was a graphite drawing. I did a graphite drawing in a sketchbook for a art community I'm a part of, but I loved it so much that I wanted to add color. So this is actually a digital painting. As you can see, it's very similar to the original in terms of the pose and the style and some of the details in the background. But what I did change, I didn't do a parody, so this isn't meant to be humorous. I went with a more modern theme. So I chose your typical Alaska fisherwoman. In fact, I titled this one Modern Mucha Masterpiece as a Fisherwoman. So here we have this woman in her fishing gear. She's holding a salmon. There's still some of the same details from the original. Instead of this book being whatever it was in the past, now it has a mountain scene. I added forget-me-nots and some fireweed in the background. She has a hat on that says AK. So I changed up her hair. I added quite a few details to make it more Christelle. And in fact, the way I finished this off was I used Mucha's handwriting style, his font, and I signed it Mozy with my name. So that's one method. You can take a masterpiece that already exists and you can apply some modern components. In my classroom, I often make my students, I don't make them, they get to create a parody of American Gothic. And so that one's really fun. If you're not familiar with American Gothic, check out this image. And what it is a farmer and his sister. I always thought it was his daughter, but apparently I was mistaken. So a farmer and his sister, they have the pitchfork in their hand. So I have some students that switch it up, make it super humorous. Maybe there's McDonald's in the background. So you can take a humorous approach or just make it modern and add your own unique flair. So I did a digital painting. In my classes, when I've assigned this, I have my students create something with colored pencil, marker, watercolor, so traditional medium. That's totally up to you. If this isn't your style and it seems a little too involved, there's been some trending quarantine portraits going on with masterpieces remixed with people posing in place of those formal traditional paintings. So Liam and I took some time. He was not thrilled with it. So I would recommend, if you're going to do this, choose yourself as a model or a really patient human being or someone you can bribe. Liam was solid. He's almost 7. He sat for approximately 10 minutes. So we found color schemes and items. A lot of them were my items, old boots that I had, things that didn't quite fit, but were mostly concerned with color. It doesn't have to be an exact match. Had him sit in a similar pose. And in the Norman Rockwell scene, the little boy is giving medicine to his dog. We don't have a dog, and our cats are just about as impatient as our child, so I chose a stuffed animal in place of that. So it was pretty fun. You can edit the photo so it's a similar color scheme. The Prisma app is really fun to use if you also want to add some painterly details. If that's not your thing and you don't want to dress up or put yourself on camera, you can do a found object masterpiece. And so I did that with a Mondrian painting, and it's a found object masterpiece. So it's similar to the found object color wheel video that we posted a few weeks back. You're basically just searching your house for items that are similar in color. Legos work perfectly for this. I've seen some students do poses with little Lego figurines, but I chose a Mondrian because it's simple in terms of color scheme, and it just required us to search around our home for kitchen items, for Legos, pluses, anything we had lying about that fit that color scheme. And so we set that up. So that's my challenge to you this week. Choose one of the three methods to create a masterpiece remix and show me what you got.